Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Info Langue, Information Languages. My name is Louis Saint-Jean Jr., as known as Roi Henri. In my previous video, I announced that in the YouTube channel, there are a series of interviews. I'm going to receive many people on this platform to talk about every topic around the world. The goal of this platform is to teach you English and to give you information around the world. That's why today I am going to receive my first guest in my series of videos. His name is Mr. Reims Forest. He has completed a 3 years program of living languages and ENS from the State University of Haiti from 2017 to 2020. Certified as an international and professional English teacher by ITTT International TEFL and TESOL training in April 2020. Has been teaching languages for more than 8 years. Has been teaching languages overseas as well in Istanbul. The pleasure is mine to receive Mr. Reims and that platform. Mr. Reims, how are you? Welcome to Info Langue.
Thank you so much, Junior. It's an honor for me to be invited on this platform.
Definitely.
Info Langue, Information Languages. So the pleasure is not yours. It's mine. The fact that I'm the first guest for this sequence of videos about information and languages.
Like, I see you have been teaching languages for more than 8 years. Today we are going to talk about languages. Mr. Reims, what is the definition you could attribute with language?
When you're talking about language nowadays, one language is seen like a concept.
Yes.
It is, don't see the word as a language, but first of all, let's say it is the ability to communicate with words, using words to communicate, to make yourself understood. When you want to, for example, convey a message, transmit a message to a person, this is it. So secondly, let's see, a language is a body of words. It's a set of words as well as it's a set of methods that are combined. We call this grammar. So we use it so that someone can make him or herself understood by a community. And as well as a language is used as a form, as a means of communication. And there is another thing, thirdly, I want to say, there is, I don't know if you've heard about Ferdinand de Saussure.
I know.
Of course, and this is the founder of the modern linguistics, and as well as what we can call Junior the semiology. So this man, he said that a language is a link of thought and sound. You know, thought, ideas from your mind, and sound, you know, the vocal sound that comes from your human speech, we say like that. And as well, he said that the language is a means of communication, is a thought to be expressed as sound. And he said thoughts have to become ordered and sounds have to be articulated for language to occur, for language to happen. This is it. This is the approach of Ferdinand de Saussure, the founder of the modern linguistics and semiology.
Okay, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, my other question for you, Mr. Reims, because like we're having our first interview.
Yes.
My second question, why should someone learn another language?
This question has been has been asked by many people all over the world, worldwide, and there are a big deal of answers given to this question. And a language, Junior, as you said, as I said earlier, it is a means of communication, and as well, people should learn language for many reasons, because there is as well what we can call, how can we say this, cognitive benefits, advantages. We say learning languages is kind of advantageous.
Yes.
But we're going to see different points, different perspectives, let's say different reasons why people should learn language. First of all, I want to say that learn, this is what comes to my mind first, the word learn. Let's say, Junior, the more you use your brain to learn new things, the more your brain's functions work.
Okay, let me add something. Frank Smith says, one language sets you in a corridor for life.
That's it.
2 languages open every door along the way.
Yes.
What do you think about this?
Junior,
One language set you in a corridor for life.
life.
I mean, if you speak one language, I mean, you will stay in a little corridor for your whole life.
For your whole
But
life.
if you speak like many languages,
So many
like,
opportunities.
many opportunities.
Many
But yeah.
opportunities. Of course, I couldn't agree with this more
Yes.
because there is nothing to add. That's it. This is it. Remember having been, I was born and raised in Gangwab. This is West part in Haiti. Gangwab. This is where I started learning English when I was 15 years old,
Yes.
14 years old.
Yes.
I had one of my teachers. His name is Manas, and now he's been living in America, getting married to
Yes.
American girl. Let's say that he said to me, I will never forget this.
Yes.
Every new language you speak
Mhm.
is actually another person you become.
Okay, just to say, language is the word of a culture. It tells you where its people come from and where they are going. Rita Bell Brown
This
says.
is it. This saying is fundamental.
Yes.
To me, let's say this is like a cornerstone. A cornerstone is something
Yes.
fundamental,
Uh-huh.
something essential, something necessary, so you can't do anything without it. So it is important. It should be, let's say, it is embedded in this language, because culture is part of the language. Junior, if you don't know the culture of this language, let's say you'll have problem if you understanding the language, because culture is really, really important. This is something fundamental in a language.
What pushed you to learn a language? Because you were born at Gangrave at the time being. I know you speak many languages, but why did you learn?
Of course, in Gangwa we had so many missionaries,
Yes.
American and Canadian, come to Haiti, especially to offer the help to,
Definitely.
Haiti is let's say how can we say this, undeveloped country.
Yeah.
And we need so many help. And these people come to preach the gospel, Christianism, to share God's words, to pray, especially with my mother. These people can't live without God, praying, get kind of the time.
Definitely.
And when they come, they
In
always
every
need-
situation, we have to believe in
of
God.
course, we have
trust
to.
me.
We have to. And these people, when they come, they can't convey the message themselves.
Yes.
So they need other people to help them translate for them, to interpret. So I used to be an interpret for them. I interpret for them. I translate as well. Tell them where to go. I was like a guide for them to tell them exactly what Gangwa is, what we have in Haiti as culture. We talk about, we discuss, we see what we can call the discrepancy between the kitchen, the kitchen and the Haitian kitchen as well. Yeah, this is it. So
Okay, now, Mr. Ren, which language are the easiest to learn, in your opinion?
Basically, Junior, there is not a language that is easy to learn. Let's say, depending on your mother tongue.
Yes.
For example, there are two categories of languages. You know that because you're from ENS, Economic Superior. And let's say you can learn a language easily, let's say readily, according to your mother tongue.
Definitely.
If we can take the two categories of languages, the Latin languages and the Germanic languages.
Yes.
The Latin languages like French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, they are easy to learn. They have the same root.
Okay.
They have the same method. The same methodology can be used
Yes.
to learn this language. However, the Germanic languages, if we take, for example, Junior, German, English, they have the same. As example, I can say, if you want to say, I am 10 years old,
Okay.
if you translate this language, this sentence into French, it will be j'ai 10 ans. You see, to be, to have, this is how can I say this? This is contradictory.
Yes.
This is different,
Yes, yes.
But if you're from a country where a Latin language is seen as your mother tongue, it will be easier for you to learn another Latin languages. If you come from a country where the mother language is Germanic language,
Yes.
it will be easier for you to learn a Germanic language.
Now, how many languages do you speak? I know he speaks French very well. He speaks English. You speak Spanish.
Spanish, yes, and Haiti is a bilingual country,
Yeah, of
so we
course.
speak French and Creole, of course, Creole.
Yeah.
And now I've been living in Istanbul, in Turkey, for 1 year and a half. Of course, I speak Turkish.
You speak Turkish?
Yes, I
Oh,
speak
that's
Turkish.
great. That's nice.
Yes.
Ben çok mutluyum.
Yes.
Çünkü Türkçe çok iyi konuşuyorsun.
Ben de çok mutluyum.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now you are watching Full-On Interview. Mr. Rims, if you have some pieces of advice to give to my viewers, those who learn English, can you have something to tell them if they want to learn English, if they want to learn languages? Sometimes they say, I can't learn languages. I'm afraid. I don't want to make mistakes. But what are your pieces of advice for my?
So first thing that I want to say is that making mistake is part of life.
Definitely.
And then do not be afraid of making mistake.
Yes.
And let's say, what was the question again? Can you say?
What are some pieces of advice?
Okay, some pieces of advice. Okay, the first one is, let's say learning a language requires what we call practice.
Yes.
Because in ENS I had, Hector.
Yeah.
And he always say this in Spanish: practicando se hace un maestro.
Definitely.
When you practice, you will be better. Let's not say perfect.
Perfect,
because
yeah.
Perfect
Yeah.
makes you better. You know?
Yeah. Sometimes practice makes perfect, but you, as a teacher, from your experiences, you say practice makes better.
Because there is nothing and no one better on
Yes,
earth.
definitely.
Even though you take all your time practicing, you'll never be perfect.
Yes.
You will be better probably, but not perfect.
Definitely.
I choose not to say practice makes perfect. Instead, I say practice makes better.
Definitely.
And let's say the only one way you can speak a language, Junior, is when you speak it.
Definitely.
Let's say this. Because when you speak the language, of course, you'll be able to speak it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't speak the language, you will not be able to speak it. Let's say you have to practice.
Don't be afraid of making
Don't be afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah.
It is part of the learning process. What we call the ELP, English learning process.
That means you should have
If we
determination as well.
Of course,
you have
eagerness.
to determine to say that I have to learn English.
Come on,
and I
this
have
is
to
it.
practice, and I have to go to school.
Yes.
I have to watch English
You
series.
have to hit the books.
Yeah, of course, you have to hate the books. You have to back down.
Yes.
That's how it is.
That's how it is.
So, Mr. Rams, now thank you for coming to our platform. Now, if you have some special people you have to say hi, you have to say now you can do it.
Yes, it has been a pleasure for me, Junior, to be
Yes,
here and to be
thank you.
invited
Yes.
for this very onset of this sequence
Definitely
of
on
videos.
the onset, like the first
Perfect,
interview on this platform.
Yes, we do it like that. I think that I wanna greet especially a person from Florida, West Palm Beach, and
Definitely.
she's probably watching this video as
Yes.
well. My mother, my son, Kirby, my dudes, my brother.
Yeah, don't forget, that video, is held in this platform, Info-Lang, and we have many people behind the scenes. We have Kirby, we have Maxine, and we have Noose. There are people that are behind the scene. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching our first interview with teacher Rams. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, like, share, make a comment below, and subscribe if you didn't. Thank you so much for watching. It was teacher Henri Info-Lang. Information, languages.